Well, we find ourselves working on another plumbing issue. The clear fitting right there, or transparent fitting, has a crack in it due to age and, well, whoever installed this. All right, we're gonna get soaked any way we do this. Well, hopefully not. Get that to move out of the way. Get that to move down out of the way. Ah, shoot, I don't have any tape with me. So I'm gonna have to crawl back out of here to go get the thread tape, which is great. All right, let's get this out first before we crawl out, so there is time for any water that's left in this section of the pipe to drain out. So when we line up, we can have it pretty close and not have a bunch of water in it. I'm just gonna force this out. And I mean, if we were to just cross thread it, then you don't need any tape, but no guarantee that's not gonna break. Come on. Here we go. Hey! Oh, only got a small bath there. I didn't pee, it was just the water. I promise. Okay, so we can heat this pipe up. I don't know how well you can see it, but we can heat this pipe up and get it to lay a little bit flatter when we're... So we're gonna take this pipe, or take the torch, and we're just gonna heat it. Just a bit. Now we're gonna melt it. Just looking to make it straighten out a bit better. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better, which is all I need. It's just better than it was. And I can take it, I'm gonna get this pipe. This way we can come right down here to roughly right here. Grab the cutting tool. Cut that right off. And now we can put in our elbow. It's in my pocket. That's where it is. I've got this piece. It's gonna go in here. Straight. Gloves off. Well, I don't think I'm fully on the board. I got some hose clamps. There's the elbow. That piece I don't need. That's too big. All right, we got the elbow right here. It'll be about here. The nice thing is it's flexible pipe, so if I am a little bit long or a little bit short, I can kind of pull it one way or the other. I have my hose clamps right here, which I can put 2 on this end, 2 on this end. I'm just gonna have 1 on the top because I only have 1. So, with this black plastic, this is a polyurethane black waterline. I don't know the technical term of it, but it's just a polyurethane black waterline. It works great as an outdoor exterior waterline. Most wells use this as your supply line. It's pretty durable stuff. Well, we heat up the inside of the pipe. Not too much, we don't want to set it on fire, but we want to get it warm and malleable. So we can take the fitting and wiggle it in there. So then when it cools off and shrinks down, it latches onto the burrs on the water fitting, and that way it doesn't pull out, or if you have too much pressure or enough pressure, it doesn't just push it out if you have faucets off. Screwdriver. Let's just get this one tight first. And 99% of the time, as long as I don't overheat the pipe, because if you overheat it and melt it and then it doesn't, you have a weak spot and it doesn't seal properly, you're gonna have a leak. But as long as you don't use too much heat, you should be okay. Or over tighten the fitting. Okay, so that's gonna be pretty good. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We're going to just kind of guesstimate. We'll cut this about here. There we go. That's it. All right, we're gonna do. I can just drop that in on the top. So we'll heat up this. Really doesn't take much, especially with a MAPP gas torch. All right, cool. And then take the hose clamp. I'm losing my tools. I'm not, I'm just setting them down weird. And we'll set this one down. It is good to crisscross the threads, or the tighteners, or not crisscross, but opposites. It helps with the, I guess, a bit more even of a tighten. Plus, there's more room for the tightener, or for the screw, I guess. All right. Yeah, that's a damp butt cheek. Sweet. You want the thread tape to follow that. You want it to go the same way, right? Shoot, I don't know what I'm doing. Doesn't need to be a crazy amount, just enough to help seal it. Hopefully I'm not muttering too much to myself. But that's what you do when you do jobs like this. You just mutter to yourself. Except for when you're on camera, because then, you know. Fasten that down. Good and tight. Not to be confused with good enough. And then, because it's flexible, we have enough space that we can get it down below and then pull it up. Good and plenty. All right, hopefully you can see, let's turn it on and we'll see if we have any leaks. Okay, so my water pressure is kind of down right now because I'm flushing out the rest of the water system. We literally turned the water on yesterday, and it has to sit for 24 hours to... We shock the well and then let the water sit in the lines with the chlorine or the bleach for 24 hours so it can... That's an annoying leak. You can see we got a leak right there. Tiny. It's a very small leak, which is really annoying because it could affect this as a... I'm gonna have to tighten that. So we're gonna loosen this fitting up, or the hose clamp up, and then I'm going to hope that if I just tighten that down, now I got a bit of water coming up from this. But if I'm just gonna have to heat this up. Not too much. And then grab this and bring it up. And then hopefully this will clamp it off enough. We'll just let that cool off for a minute and we'll turn the water back on and see where we're at. All right, this is at a few minutes to sit, cool down again. We'll turn water back on and see if we still have a bit of a leak. Yes, we still have a bit of a leak. Okay. All right. And we may get a little wet. All right, hopefully that's not too damaged. Worst case, I can cut this and come up a little bit. Heat it up. Pull down. All right. So instead of trying to reheat this and do anything that's gonna still leak, I'm just gonna take it and cut it just below the last heat line. Try to get rid of some of this water that's right here. That way we're gonna be up a little bit, but we're not gonna be, it's not gonna be the extreme angle that it was before. Reconnect it and hope for the best. We are gonna give this one more tighten while it's off, just so it's really good and snug. So it's not a point of concern in the future. Alright, let's just line this back up. Oh man. Okay, maybe a little bit more heat. There's a bit of water in there keeping it from getting hot. There we go. There we go. Give this a minute to cool down and try it again. This has had a couple minutes to cool off, and we're gonna turn it back on and see if we're good, which we should be. Yeah, I don't see anything leaking, which is awesome. I am competing with a whole bunch of other running faucets, so the water pressure is a little bit diminished right now. I'm just waiting to flush the system out, but those faucets should be good, so I could go turn them off and we'll have good water pressure here again. So we'll come back in 30 minutes or so and check on this and see if it's okay. Jeez. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.